You know, he's a bad dude. Now look out here. Hey, come on. Go someplace else and do your business, will you? We don't need this match, for God's sake. I can't get out of here. Ooh. Good grief. Hey, ref, get control here, will you? They're killing us over here.
Oh, my God. So close. He kicked out. He kicked out. He kicked out.
From San Luis, Mexico, winning tonight at 230 pounds, known the world over as a former multiple world heavyweight champion, Alberto El Patron!
Alberto looks in great condition, man.
That is always to be expected from this man, a veteran of the ring wars, a mixed martial arts practitioner, the president of Combat Americas, and Alberto is going to need all of his wrestling prowess tonight because he's in there with an Olympic gold medalist.
Alberto ready to go. What an opportunity for him. He's had so many great accomplishments in his career, without question. But boy, to be the guy that beats Kurt Angle in Angle's last match in a country that Angle embraces. Angle has loved competing for what culture? Pro wrestling. And what's not to love? Two great amateur wrestlers.
Absolutely.
Getting it on here. Great amateur backgrounds, but nothing can trump an Olympic gold medal.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent is simply one of the greatest of all time! In his final UK wrestling match ever! Wrestling out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, USA, and also weighing in tonight at 230 pounds, this is the Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle!
He's amazing. Two really spectacular athletes. Angle, El Patron. It's just a damn shame one of them's got to lose, man.
Yeah, and for me as a fan, I have 5 all-time favorites. They're Roddy Piper, Dean Malenko, Eddie Gilbert, William Regal, and Kurt Angle. How's that for a list?
Very impressive. I didn't know you had it in you. That's why you're a school teacher at one time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Kurt Angle won the 1996 Olympic gold medal. Freestyle wrestling. Made history. Man, where does the time go? Angle is a 19-year pro, and I'm sitting here watching him with tears in my eyes. Thinking, where did these 19 years go? What a career he's had. Alberto El Patron's got a chance to really notch that gun.
Yes.
Angle's got to go on the WWE Hall of Fame on Friday night, March 31st in Orlando. But I can tell you right now, his mind is a long way away from Disney World. And these fans are well aware this is Kurt's last booking in their country.
Yep.
They are solidly behind him without question.
Now, JR, the way this breaks down is Kurt's ankle lock versus Alberto's armbar. Where does the advantage lie?
Well, I don't know if there is one in that regard. When he put it that way, I don't know that there is a clear-cut advantage there.
Well, you have to believe, some would say, that Kurt Angle does have the wrestling advantage.
Oh,
He's an Olympic gold medalist,
right.
but it's slight. It's a slight advantage.
Probably the gap between who's the better wrestler is more narrow. That margin is more narrow with Kurt and Alberto than virtually anybody that Angle has been in the ring with. Not all, but virtually anybody. Remember, Angle's been in the ring with Brock Lesnar. He's been in the ring with a lot of great wrestlers. But Alberto El Patron is certainly one of those.
And there is also Alberto's well-documented mean streak. And don't get me wrong, Kurt can mix it up as well, but Alberto does have a very fiery temper. Here we go.
Angle was a 3-time All-American. El Patron was a all Central America and Caribbean Games champion.
Now, in your opinion, Alberto has about a 5-inch height advantage. Does that come into play at all?
It might even be a detriment for him because Angle's got that low center of gravity and knows how to use it.
That's right.
But if it depends on who can dictate the offense here, and that's what Alberto's trying to do with that wrist lock.
Yeah, good wrestlers like to change levels and get low, as you see Kurt there with the go behind. Alberto slipped away. Look at that.
Alberto escaping Angle's takedown. Something that's not done that often.
Now, we talked about Alberto's MMA background. Everyone knows Kurt's wrestling background. The big difference there is that a wrestler will give you his back. An MMA practitioner will not. That may be something to look at.
And if that's the case, as you pointed out, Angle's got to be very careful because of Alberto's MMA background.
Right. The idea for the wrestler is to keep his shoulders off the mat.
Certainly don't want to fall prey also to a rear naked choke, and that's uncalled for.
Right.
Quite frankly, and all due respect to Mr. Alberto El Patron. He's complaining about something. I'm not getting it, Matt. I'm not sure exactly what Alberto's issue is with the referee.
Again,
but nonetheless, let's move on.
The hot temper. And there it is.
Oh, good kick. Right to the quadricep. And now the aggressive Alberto El Patron.
Now this is smart. Turn this into a fight. Why not?
Ooh. And a hard shot, ribs this time. Two really lethal kicks. Yep. One to the thigh, one to the ribs by Alberto. And he's snapping those right hands off to the head of Kurt Angle.
And in Kurt's 20-year career, the neck has been, hang on,
cover, here we go.
Perhaps his Achilles heel. Kurt Angle, well-documented neck injuries. Some knee injuries as well.
I had lunch with Kurt yesterday. He looked just shooting the breeze. I don't think I remember him looking this good. He said he felt great. So elated he's going to be finally going into the WWE Hall of Fame in a couple of months.
Deserves it.
Certainly does. Alberto.
And look at that. A bit of a rear choke by Kurt.
Angle got the rear naked choke on Alberto Del Rio, but unfortunately can't keep it on very long outside the ring.
Nope. Alberto mired in the ring apron.
Oh, man.
Oh.
That stepladder enziguri by Alberto El Patron, about as good as you can get.
Now, is there anything to Kurt knowing a little kiss for his love? Is there anything for Kurt knowing he's going into the Hall of Fame, knowing that he's done everything in his career? At some point, does Kurt say, I don't need this, or is the competitor in Kurt Angle just too strong?
Oh, it's way too strong, Matt. And it's a good question, but, he's a bad dude. Now look out here. Hey, come on. Go someplace else and do your business, will you? We don't need this, Matt, for God's sake. I can't get out of here.
I got you right here, JR. It's an exit for you.
Ooh. Good grief. Hey, ref, get control here, will you? They're killing us over here. Good grief.
As we reset our position here.
Well, Alberto and a sparkle in his eye. He is focused big time. The cover. Far leg is hooked here. And Angle barely able to get his shoulder up. The main event. A true destiny here in What Culture Pro Wrestling. Man, I'll tell you this, these guys have never wrestled before. This is the first time for this main event. And you would think that with the animosity we've seen, they've had a long history of disliking each other.
And there's got to be ego here. There has to be something inside of both of these men. They know how good they are. This is a big test for them at this point in their careers. When are they actually really tested in the ring?
Well, great wrestlers wrestle their best in the big match environment. And this is a big match environment. Angle got to figure out a way to stop the momentum of Alberto, get back offensively for Kurt. Angle back up now. Angle gets refocused.
Here we go.
He's dangerous here.
Yeah, the wrestling machine.
Oh, the three post. Whoa, that was a shrewd maneuver. The negotiation of Alberto to lay in that corner, Angle to make the commitment, then overcommitted, and all the way to the ring post. Now look, left arm, round the post.
We talk about the arm bar that Alberto likes to use, and now it looks like the beginning of that story, the first page is starting to be written.
You're right. You're absolutely right. And when you can use the ring post as a somewhat of a surrogate tag team partner, Angle trying to, referee is just got absolutely livid with, well, I was seeing about all of Alberto I need to see in that position. Another kick right to the quad.
And you look at what Alberto's doing. He's dissecting his opponent. He's starting with the kicks low, also working on the arm, now back to the head. And it's almost as if there are three options for Alberto to go for. He can go for a knee bar, go for a rear naked choke, and go for an arm bar.
I've had Kurt on my podcast, The Ross Report, a couple of times. He's an amazing guest, but we've never talked about the last one. He was never really, and I don't know if he's still really ready to say this is it, but at some point, Matt, even the great one's got to say it's time.
Yep, and when they're gone, there are never any like them. Kurt Angle is a once-in-a-lifetime superstar. And now he's showing fight.
Remember the WrestleMania 19? Look out here. The arm.
But it's on the ropes, and the referee's going to be forced to break it.
There's a lot of damage done right here, right now. Something could be tearing and ripping as we speak. And Angle's dominant arm is his right arm.
And Alberto spending some time with the fans, and you don't want to give Kurt Angle a moment of reprieve.
Yeah, that was a mistake by Del Rio. Should have come right back in and capitalized. Angle wisely clothesline from the right side, not the left side. But what we're looking at here is a setup, as Matt Striker pointed out, that Del Rio is trying to weaken the left arm to be able to better utilize the cross arm breaker. And then what would it be like? International headlines to make Kurt Angle tap out in his last UK match.
Could you imagine?
Suplex. Hard belly to back. Suplex. The hands are locked.
Kurt holding on.
Man, a tribute to the late great Eddie Guerrero, the Three Amigos, and drilling. That's kind of an irony. Three Amigos and Alberto. Angle just said, "Come on, you son of a bitch," and I think that kind of sums everything up.
Here we go.
Excuse my language. Look at the, the Angle slam. The backstabber. Backstabber's got the backstabber got a near fall by Alberto El Patron. Hey, Alberto's wrestling about as good a match as I've seen him compete in a long time.
Yeah, he's going to need to have a near perfect match.
Absolutely, the crowd loves it. We are honored to be a part of this presentation here on What Culture Pro Wrestling. This has been an outstanding pay-per-view event. We're glad you invited us into your home. And tell your friends and family about this promotion. They're bringing you wrestling, folks.
Nope.
Angle lock. The ankle lock. Alberto counters, and Angle eats a face full of turnbuckle. Straight kick. The cover.
Look at Kurt's face.
Angle looks very disconnected.
Yeah, a faraway look in the eye.
Very disconnected from the blue-eyed Pittsburgh native. Certainly is in every Hall of Fame that there is, and be soon going into the WWE Hall of Fame and getting one of these rings like I'm wearing. Talk about not feeling being worthy.
It's well deserved. They don't just put anyone in there.
Alberto, yeah, good. Going downstairs, Alberto hammering those ribs again, going back to the ribs. He started that earlier. Angle of the tree of woe.
Yep, and let's not forget about the legs, the quads that have been worked on.
And look at Alberto stretching Kurt Angle out.
And the neck compromise as Kurt wearing the wounds of war, blood from his nose. Angle is up.
Angle may have a broken nose. He's bleeding from the nose. Angle. Angle slam.
No.
No! Why?
Now, normally Kurt goes for the ankle lock off of the Olympic slam, but it shows you that Kurt may be injured here, that he went for the cover trying to get this match done and over.
Angle getting hit in the head and the face may have concussed him because he just didn't put those two moves together. He's bleeding out the nose. You don't know what damage occurred to get that way.
Yep.
And if I'm a little bit emotional here, you understand why.
Sure.
Face lock. Boy, Angle just grabbed that face lock like he was going to the electric chair.
Oof.
And Del Rio, that's a headbutt right across the nose.
No. Come on.
Oh, good grief. What impact. That could be it right there. That could be all. Both legs are hooked right in front of us, and the hand 6-8 inches away from a 3 count. Del Rio can't believe he didn't get 3, and quite frankly, I can't disagree with the guy.
And I can't believe how Alberto El Patron has been manhandling. Wait a second here.
Angle would.
Can he lock it in?
Angle caught Del Rio.
Alberto was wise to get to his back to alleviate the pressure.
Toe of the boot.
There it is.
Alberto.
There it is.
Cross arm breaker.
Extend the arm.
Cross arm breaker.
See this.
Angle's going to tap.
No way. History about to be made.
Kurt Angle a breath away from tapping out.
And look at the counter.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
The fight.
Oh my God.
The heart.
Angle counters.
Kurt Angle.
Angle
on
counters.
Display. Do not go gently into that good night, Kurt.
The good night of Kurt Angle is hell for Alberto Del Patron. What a counter. What a counter by Angle.
Whoa.
And now Alberto. Oh, no, that's an amazing counter right there, too.
And look at where Kurt's arm is. If Alberto can turn Kurt's thumb towards the ceiling, he'll get the submission. That's the only thing keeping Kurt in this match. The arm is not fully hyperextended.
Angle writhing in pain, trying to inch his way to the sanctuary of the ropes. But Alberto El Patron, with a pit bull-like demeanor, is ripping and tearing that.
Now, Alberto trying to manipulate the wrist. You can get a concession there as well. And Kurt Angle has no choice but to go to the ropes. How often do you see that?
That's not something that Kurt would want to do, but he had to do it out of necessity. And again, Alberto distracted his own temper. Distracted Alberto, and that could come back and bite him in the keister.
And I've said an angry fighter is a sloppy fighter, but an angry Kurt Angle is a dangerous fighter. Ooh.
Angle avoided the on-rush of Del Rio, but couldn't avoid the kick to the face.
You said
Oh, my God!
Alberto left his feet momentarily. Ankle lock!
He's locked.
It's locked in!
Right in! It's ankle lock! The legs grapevine! Del Rio writhing! Del Rio being tortured! It's over! It's over! It's over! Angle wins the last match! Angle wins his last match by submission! By God, the All-American has risen to the occasion! What a wrestling match!
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, as a result of a submission, the Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle!
What a main event! A bloody, broken nose, fighting through hell, like walking through barbed wire, broken glass, barefooted. Kurt Angle has come to WCPW and leaving here a champion in the hearts and minds of every fan here and everybody watching at home.
And sir, I gotta tell you, if I was sitting at home There's only one voice I'd want to hear call Kurt Angle's final match, and it is yours. This is a moment that will live forever in history, a night that no one will forget. True destiny has been realized. Congratulations, Kurt Angle. The sportsmanship, the emotion in the eyes of Kurt Angle.
Angle extending the hand in sportsmanship. And to Alberto's credit, he accepted it.
Absolutely.
Let's give the devil his due here, ladies and gentlemen.
Surely.
We just saw a hell of a wrestling match. And Kurt Angle came within a hair's breadth of submitting on more than one occasion. But finally, it was an amazing counter hold to get back to the ankle lock, the leg grapevine.
Look at that. That is respect.
I like it. I like the class of Alberto El Patron, who I've never seen Alberto wrestle a better match in my life.
He had to. He had no choice.
Kurt Angle with tears in his eyes. As do I. And I'm not ashamed to say it.
Nothing to be ashamed about. This is indeed the greatest sport in the world, and that is one of the greatest of all time.
And these fans here showing a great deal of respect for Kurt Angle. And there's a young Joe Hendry.
Yes.
Who's been in the ring on many times with Kurt Angle.
He owes a lot to Kurt.
Last October, you gave me the opportunity of a lifetime to face the greatest in-ring competitor in the history of this business. And Kurt, I'm going to be straight with you. Things haven't gone to plan for me since then. It didn't go for plan to me after that. It didn't go to plan for me tonight. But tonight is not about Joe Hendry. It is about the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. And since that was Kurt Angle's last match on UK soil, I think me, everyone in the back, everyone in this arena, and all the fans of WCPW around the world want to give this legend a round of applause that he deserves. Ladies and gentlemen, Kurt Angle!
On a night like Joe Hendry's had, I am very proud of this young man for what he's doing right here now.
Absolutely.
Good job, Joe. Good job, Joe. Honor the great Kurt Angle. There'll never be another like him. Oh, hey, what the hell? Are you kidding me? What a dirty, no good son of a bitch that is. Are you kidding me? Oh, come on. That's making me sick. Joe Hendry's making me sick. What has Joe Hendry done? My God. What a way to end true destiny. Is this your destiny?